So I'm now 53 minutes into the walk. I've just walked from Kinloch Even across this path here. I'm going to follow that path around there, cross over the Mamores track, and then there's a little path that zigzags up and crosses the burn, and it just cuts around the hillside, and then goes directly up to that little lump on Scaoil Beg. And I'll follow the easy flat walking across out to Binnean Mor, which is at the back. That's the highest one, 1130 metres. Then I come back along up onto the Gruagaichan, and this here is my descent route. I've not decided whether to come this way or drop down the other side yet. I'll decide later on. But yeah, looking nice so far. There is patches of snow kicking around. You can see on our Bodak, it's quite extensive patches. Even though it's April, I'm not carrying crampons, but I have brought an axe with me just in case I need to cut steps across an unavoidable patch of snow. But other than that, it's just summer kit today. So still a fair bit of snow on the back of the Gruagaichan. It's my way up on the Scaoil Beg. Just follow the path round and up to the skyline, and I'll walk all the way around there today. And just to my right, Binnean Mor. Pretty beautiful today. Then across the back there you've got most of Glencoe. So on the left you've got the ski resort heading on to Crease, Mor. Then this ridge you've got running along the back here, that's Avoidable, and pointing out at the back, I think that one's Stop Corrie Scrimach, if I remember right. At the back there is Papa Glencoe, and behind it is Ballahoolish Horseshoe, still with some quite substantial snow on that north side. Have a nice day. So this is the major burn crossing of the whole trip. The water here is really low today, but during the springtime you can get a lot of meltwater off the snow, and it can get quite full. I've known it up to my knees before now, and it was rushing quite fast. So that's a consideration to think of if you're out walking in the springtime, particularly Scotland. There might be a lot of snow melting and the rivers can be quite full. Alternatively, in the morning, if everything's frozen, the water levels can be low, and if you get a warm day, everything can soften up and start to melt, so your crossing on the way back might be impassable. I don't think that's going to be a problem today. So the path on the way up Scaoil Beg, it's quite steep, quite exposed. It's really effective. So I've come up the path now I can. This is the junction to get up Scaoil Beg, so I'll go off over that way. For reference, Scaoil Mor is over there, and also for reference I've got a little cloud coming, and it looks like it's raining over there as well, so I hope it doesn't come over here. If it does, I'm going to get a bit damp. So coming up the path now, just heading towards the zigzags of Scaoil Beg. I've got a typical springtime hazard. That patch of snow is right in the path. So above is quite exposed, below is quite exposed. You don't want to be tripping, roll for a long way. So I just got to be careful this bit. So I've come up the zigzags up the side of Scaoil Beg. I've just got to walk along this broad ridge and up into the cloud. Binnean Mor is over there, up past the snow, and the Gruagaichan is over there. So it's going to be a bit claggy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see much. And to be honest with you, the amount of snow that's around, I don't know if I'll even be able to access the top of Binnean Mor. I'll find out as I get closer. But the cloud's rolling in. It's due to hang around till about 3 o'clock. It's now about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I'm going to get any views today. Hey ho, I can see my house. all the way along there, the scale, the beg. I just spent half an hour looking across the Binnean Mor. It looks doable, but I'm not sure about the section quite a way away. I don't know if you can see it, but the snow is quite solid. Even just this little bit here, it's quite firm. I've got an axe, but I didn't bring any crampons with me today. So if I was with somebody else, maybe I'd go and tackle it. But getting up is one thing, coming down is something else. I'm not sure I want to take that gamble. Not today. The run out is big, all the way down the side there, and rough. And there'll be no one, there's no signal here. So I wouldn't be able to call for help anyway. So I might just give that one a miss today. But I will head over and go and do Gruagaichan, and I'll follow that ridge down, and I'll make a decision which way I'm going to go from there. But yeah, looks possible, but something telling me I shouldn't today. So I won't. I'll listen to my my inner thoughts on that one. But that's something you've got to consider, especially this is 2nd of April now. Ben Nevis is like that most of the way across, down the north face, certainly across the plateau. Things like the Red Burn will be chocker with snow as well. So what you'll tend to find is there's a lot of problems during the Easter holidays. A lot of people coming up for holiday. It's been lovely weather where they are. There's daffodils coming out everywhere. It's a nice day, so they think they'll go up Ben Nevis, and the cloud comes down and they can't see a thing, and snow is frozen solid. Often in shorts, sometimes in trainers, not so good. So you just got to be aware. You know, there's a lot more snow here than it looks like from Kinloch leaving, that's for sure. In hindsight, just walking across this little patch of snow here, there's quite a exposed to a really poor run out, and it's really steep on the other side, and the snow is very hard. What I can see running up to the summit, the last couple hundred meters up there, there's quite a lot of snow up there, like a snowy arete. That's going to be pretty solid, and I'm really glad I didn't make the decision to attempt it without crampons. Wouldn't be so good. So I made the right decision now. I'm just going to go up there now. There's Ben Nevis in the cloud again. So this is the summit cairn of Gruagaichan. So there's the ridge I walked along. There's Binnean Mor, there's Scariel the Beg, Scariel the Mor at the back there. Looking around, got Ben Nevis, grey corries over in that direction. And over here, there's Gruagaichan cairn. Over to the right at the back there, there's Gruagaichan. Them two are all part of the Ring of Steel, and you head over that little ridge there. Onto that hill, that's avoidable. And then you go around to the back to Gruagaichan, and there's rocky one at the back with a bit of a, looks like a big bite's been taken out of it. Don't know if you see it at the back. Right over there, stop barn. It's Loch Leven over towards the Glencoe, right the way across. Loch Mor, Blackwater Reservoir, and heading over that way is Rannoch Moor. So it's quite a staggering view today. A little bit cloudy, but it's not so bad. So my descent route, I mean, I could carry on over there and drop down from that little saddle there down into the corrie, which is quite possible, or I could head down this ridge here and that will get me closer to home, but much steeper. So I don't know, I'll have a few minutes rest and I'll decide. So on the descent off the end there is 2 cairns. There's one on the top, so I'm putting you in the right direction. And there is a bit of a track, it runs down the hillside there. It's really hard to pick up once you get past the scree. There is a little locken just over there, I believe it's marked on the map. So if you do come down this way, don't expect to be on a path all the time. I've just found this. I'm going to see where this goes. It goes nowhere. Open country. So I keep hearing the ice cream man. Glory, glory, hallelujah, he keeps playing. But with the COVID rules, I think stay local is the current thinking. So if he's going to stick with the rules, he has to go around Kinlochleven about 9 or 10 times today to make his money. So what's going to happen there is there's going to be a lot of parents that aren't cooking for their children tonight, but the co-op is going to sell out of disinfectant and kitchen roll and probably plastic bowls this afternoon. Well, that was steep. On the track now. Looks like to come all the way down here. Come up, there's the end of the ridge, and you come down quite a bit and just came directly down. So I could pick up the Mamores track. At this point, there's a bridge. There's a deer fence over there with the gate. You see Mamores Lodge just over there. The idea is I can pick up the path. She's just there and take me back to Kinlochleven. So my day, went up Scario the Bag, which is just over there, onto that spot height. I decided not to do Binnean Mor, just because the snow's in a big arete over there. And I didn't bring any crampons because I was come out for a summer walk. I did bring an axe. I usually do this time of year until I know there is no snow. Behind me is the Gruagaichan. Extensive snow patches there on the east face. This image is reversed. I noticed there, it looks like it's all on the west, but it's not, it's all on the east. And there were some patches on the way up there following the ridge across the back. I couldn't avoid some of them, so it wasn't desperate. You just got to be aware that these are obstacles you get quite a lot of in the springtime. I chose not to go up Binnean Mor because I didn't have crampons. I've been up there before, and I only live just over there, about 3 kilometres over that way, maybe 4 kilometres. So I can come back another day easily enough to come and do it. If you're travelling a long way to come and do this stuff at this time of year, I would suggest at least carrying some crampons with you, and an axe, until you know there's no snow on your intended route, and be open to variation as well. If you come out for a specific goal, you might be disappointed, but it's turned out nice. So, another minute, head off home. She's just over that way. Right, please remember to subscribe, like and share. Monica keeps telling me off for not mentioning that stuff. I always forget, I'm rubbish. Right, see you next time.